Welcome back to another episode, guys. If you've just tuned in, I'm James White. This is my Ford custom van, and this is where I live. People are still asking me the question, is van life cheaper? It is cheaper. It's cheaper for me, not for everyone. It is for me. And I tell everyone, I wish I'd done it sooner. I still haven't gone through all, like, tidied up everything I've spent on a van. I think it's about five and a half grand. I can't think that is any more than that. I mean, I have saved money. I've saved money on labour costs. I've done everything in this van I've done myself. So I wanted to talk more about the BLUETTI, the AC200MAX, which is running my van. I know I've mentioned it and I keep talking about it, but I highly recommend BLUETTI. I mean, I'm running off, that's the AC200MAX. I'll take all this out. I'm gonna go through it again because people are still asking me questions about them. So now, right, I've got the extension battery. They're £1,000, right? I've got the AC200MAX, which is, I think, gosh, what are they now? They're like 1,300 quid. Then people say, why BLUETTI? Like, I've only had BLUETTI, but I did, prior to doing all this van life stuff, I did a lot of research on BLUETTI and all the reviews that I've seen and what I was told about. It was highly recommended to go for them. And you hear a lot of people saying, like, oh, it's expensive, and it's like, you know, yeah, it is. To start off, it's expensive, guys, but once you've got it. But what you've got to remember now, right? Obviously, there's the two batteries, so what, 4,000 watt hour, right? So you got the inverted. Everything's all your eggs in one basket there. You know, like the solar now. So I'll show you the solar, and I was recommended of this solar, right? That's the 400 watt solar. You know, look at that. Wow, like it's a big solar, and okay, winter's a bit of a struggle, and it is, and I'm going to go more to that in a minute. I was advised what is compatible with, obviously, the AC200MAX. Well, BLUETTI was City Plumbing, who are selling the solar panels, and it's literally right. There's no complication. There's no wiring. There's no, like, you know, show a monkey could do it. So basically now, the leads, I haven't even drilled through the van. I put them through a little vent. I've taped it all up. I've had no issues, right? That goes down there. That all runs behind, coming through, right? And then, oh, feed us, like, guys, go on. So the lead goes in on the side, basically plugs in, you screw it in, it's not going to pop out, it's all very secure, and I tell you what, it's good to go. This works straight away. I've ran the AC200MAX's full potential. I've been up and down the country with it, I've been off grid with it. I've really put it to the test, and it hasn't let me down. Okay, it was a bit short on power previously, because I mean, what I'm running in here is like my TV. I didn't have the PlayStation at the time when I just had the actual PowerStation itself, but I've got the extension battery. I'll get on to it in a minute. Yeah, my TV's running off it. Oh, this is all my lighting, look. This is all my lighting. It's all off the USB. So all my lighting, which is literally, it just plugs in, it's good to go. And then I've got my fridge. Beauty these BLUETTIs, the AC200MAX. I don't know what the other ones are like, but you could buy the additional, it's called an RV cable, and this is how you wire in the fuse box or the fuse board, which is, right, it's all run off the 30 amp RV cable, which is that. You buy it, you cut the end off, you crimp it, and you connect it, which I'll show you now. It goes right into fuse box. I know it's next to my pump. I keep saying this. I will move it, but I've had no issues, so far so good. Yeah, basically what I was saying about, that's the RV cable, which is crimped and connected into my fuse, my 12 volt fuse box. That's running my pump. I am going to put additional lighting in here, and obviously, which I keep mentioning and I keep saying I'm going to do it. I will do it, I just don't know when, right? Having the extractor fan here, I've just mended my ceiling, and it looks odd. It looks a little bit. It looks alright, actually. I'm quite happy with the outcome. When I obviously install the fan, it'll be connected. You know, that's why I've gone for the clad. They're easy to, they're only screwed in, they're easy to take down. I can feed the wire through, drops down on the other side of the bulkhead, and it'll feed through that hole in there, and then connect that direct in, put the fuse in it, and good to go. AC200MAX and the extension battery, I paid £1,800. I had them on a deal on a on a Black Friday deal. You got to get it while it's hot. You got to pick them while it's obviously when they got these offers on. It's like Easter, obviously Christmas, Valentine's Day. If you sign up, like I mentioned earlier, if you sign up to the website, guys, right, you get discount, right, and they'll send you offers on the emails and everything else. So if you're thinking about it, guys, get involved, get thing on the internet and have a good look, because their products are absolutely amazing, guys. Which leaves me now to get the charge one. I mention this on every episode I do, right? It's the charge one. So basically, the charge one charges while you're driving. It's so simple to connect. You connect into the batteries, which are located under my driver's seat, and then that connects in. I'll put that into my extension battery, because what I got down on the main power station is my solar's plugged into it. So I've still got another option where to put it, obviously plug for power source. Yeah, people are asking what pump have I got. It's a Sureflow. I don't know what model. They're good, they're quite quiet. I got to get accumulator tanks. It controls obviously the pressure. So obviously when I turn this on, see that? You hear that? It's not like a float. You get what I'm saying. They're only like 12 quid, nothing are they? But I mean, now that's obviously running off the 12-volt fuse box, and that's the water pump. And the 25-litre drum, if you watch the previous videos, I try to keep it, you know, keep on track on my usage and how long things are lasting and everything else as time's going by. That 25-litre water drum's lasting me a week. In fact, last week it lasted me over a week and 2 days, I think. It was time to fill it up. To the size of the van, I didn't have enough room, because I left room behind it to chuck in another battery for further down the line. So I had the waste, which runs out the van. So that's the option I've gone for. Vanlife, it is a big change and a choice of lifestyle. I mean, it's not for everyone, it really isn't, but it's for me, it works for me. And I keep saying, excuse me, I keep saying to everyone's always asking me questions about it, like, you know, it works for me, and I wouldn't have it into it. I wish I'd done it sooner, but it is cheaper, guys. It is cheaper. I don't care how you look at it. I actually don't care, right? It's cheaper, right? Yeah, I got my guitar back in now and a few bits and bobs. So I've got the Starlink in. Cracking bit of kit. I'm starting to use it a bit more now. I am paying for it, so it's like, do you know what? Use it. Like, I mean, when I plug it in, it runs about the same as the TV, which is about, it fluctuates between 60 to 90 watts. I think so. I think that's what it is anyway. I need to keep more track on that, but okay, it does use a bit. It really does. But chuck my phone on it, I get a bit more signal up here. 3G. So I'll again, the wires at the front, behind my driver's seat. Chuck that on there, right? And then, that's quite hard actually. Give me a minute. So then Starlink goes on here, like so. And what I tend to do is where I got obviously the wind deflector, so there's a gap here. I feed the wire, so that's plugged into here, which goes through. There's a little inspection hatch, which runs there. The leads run through and out, which feeds into the Starlink. I literally then jack it away. So you take the cables out. Bear with me. There we are. That goes back in the front of the van. So. And I'll be on my merry way. Yeah, guitar, that usually goes back in the corner over there, but it's going here for a minute. New hiking boots, guys, just want to talk about that. I'm off to Scotland next month, so it's been a lot of planning. I go with my two muckers, pretty flipping excited. All I'm paying, you know, I don't have to pay a lot out, obviously, to do the trip. It's just food and fuel. And then obviously I'm staying in a van, saving money again, guys. So then above, on top of this, the AC200MAX itself, they've got basically the wireless charging ports So it's literally just dock them on and way to go. And I can't shut up, we'll go again. And I'm still hearing people saying, oh, they're expensive. Yeah, maybe they are, but I tell you what, right, the kit's a phenomenal bit of kit. It's just plug in, way to go. That's sourcing my whole van, right? I've got a PS5, I've got the TV, I've got the induction knob, which I never use, but I do like that option, right? So bear with me on that. And plus, when I get the charge one, I'll be unstoppable. I'll have the full BLUETTI setup. So then obviously you've got your 30 amp RV cable. Then you got your 10 amp, your cigarette lighter, your C port, your USBs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 on there on the extension. I can't quite show you on the side. It's just 2 on there. Then you got the 4 sockets is 240, and then your solar plugs in. Like I mentioned a minute ago, you could buy, if you look on the website, what they got to offer is flipping brilliant. Like, I mean, you can buy the solars. That takes up to 900 watts solar panel, 900 watts. That's flipping madness. Like, but you could buy them, and they fold up. I just take it. You could take it any way you want to take it. So part of the BLUETTI group on Facebook, and someone mentioned like what's compatible with these. You know, obviously, if you're not going to get the fold up solar panels that BLUETTI provide, what is compatible? What is like? So I was referred to shout out City Plumbing. Only like, I think now they're about, they got up but not by much, like 64, 65 quid, right? That's a 400 watt solar, right? Compatible, no issue, no complications, right? It was literally, I bought the thing, chucked it on the roof, plugged it in, and it was charging straight away. No issue. There wasn't nothing flagged up. And it was literally, right, I'm out of breath. It was that simple. So massive shout out to BLUETTI, guys. If you get a chance, get on the website, have a look. Just have a little shop around. I highly recommend them. Yeah, I've done multiple tests with the BLUETTI, and you know, I'm like, right, I used it last night actually. That's 700 watts. I mean, I run it like 10-15 minutes. But they cook chicken burgers. I just fancied it. I didn't fancy cooking, and I'm getting into cooking recently. But last night I couldn't be bothered, right? Yeah, so that's running. Obviously, the air fryer. There's the toaster. You know, it's running all my appliances, TV, Starlink, what's that called? I keep calling it an Xbox. It's not an X, because I used to have an Xbox in here, and I don't get over Xbox. Sorry, Xbox, not nice one. But PS5 is where it's at, guys. Get involved. I've got a blender in there, and I'm gonna pull everything out. And it's running in my fridge. And shout out to I'll Be Cool. I bought it from Amazon. And that's flipping, how much is that? It's not running a lot at all. That's plugged into the 10 amp cigarette lighter, which is on at the actual AC200MAX. Again, I will leave a link in the description for these fridges. They're phenomenal fridges. You can either have it as a fridge or a freezer. Don't know if you remember the last couple of episodes I've done, this thing was on the floor. It was like, I bought these slides, basically I drove off, right, basically I drive off and I chuck this on, try to do one hand, chuck that in, doesn't go anywhere, but I keep driving it away with that off. So that thing's going like that when I'm driving, snapped. So I finally managed to fix it, and it's back to normal. And obviously you know about the new table, guys. Absolutely flipping love it. Shout out again to Wilsey Vanlife, top guy. Get involved. Look at that. Whoosh. So I needed a table to eat off. I do eat off here, it just depends, doesn't it? So that's enough, you know, it's to my knee, like, but well, if I drop my knee like that, that's okay. But you need a table, guys. Drop that down, away, stow away, job done. I will actually talk about it in this episode, is my induction, right? We chuck on a full 9 now, right? Right, that's on now, right? So we're now, that's top heat, right? 1183 watts. So that's a flipping lot, you know? But I really use it, because I'm afraid with everything, because I like to have my TV on, I like to have things on, you know, I don't like to scrimp out. So, but if I put that on, it's gonna use a lot, so that's why I don't use it until I get the charge one by BLUETTI and I can charge everything while I'm driving. Like, I regret getting it, but I don't at the same time. I am happy that I've got it, but the time will come where it's like, you know, I'm glad I've got it, and I've got the option obviously now with a gas cooker. I mean, I do have the additional side table. You've probably seen these videos, but just for the guys who haven't, we've just tuned in, and this is my van, this is where I live. So I do like my little side table. I thought, yeah, if I cook up and I'm burning my bed, hasn't happened yet, I tend to like push it back, and I'm not cooking a full-blown meal on it. I literally, right, just making a cuppa. So yeah, the AC200MAX, right, it flipping does it all. It runs pretty much anything. I seen a guy, if I can remember correctly, he was running a wash machine off it. It only ran for an hour, like, but you could do a wash in an hour. You know, let's say there was a massive power cut. You got one of them, and you got washing to do, or you want to plug your fridge in, right, guys? It will flip into it. It will take you over till that power's back on, whatever. But it's a game changer. And with what you could do, obviously, charge it with the solars, you can obviously extend them. The list goes on. You charge one by BLUETTI. If you sign up, go on a website and sign up, they are 300 quid. For 300 quid for something of that you know, that obviously that capability is, you plug that charge one into the AC200MAX, you're charging that thing while you're driving, and I've got the solar. It's like a few people who've got it, even people with motorhomes are getting them, is you're never going to run out of power, never. And for the money, right, it's a game changer. Even now, I'm so glad, and still glad, and I keep saying it until I'm blue in the face, is that I'm glad I've gone down that route. We're going with the AC200MAX. It's not just the AC200MAX, they've got other mods or power stations on the website, so it's worth going check it out, guys. Don't have to get the AC200MAX. There are other options, a cheaper option on a smaller scale. And I mean, I'm gaming in my van. Just when I knew I could do all this, right, I was just like, this is flipping wild, absolutely flipping wild. Referring back now to the solars, the charge ones, and obviously the RV cables, because you're rigging off that power station into a fuse box. Everything's fused, it's all safe, all your eggs in one basket. What could possibly go wrong? Yay! Kettle on. Water's already in there, so happy days. Kettle on. That's a bit windy here now, so yeah, kettle on. Go on, set. So while the kettle's boiling, next month I am off to Scotland. I plan to do a week, but it's never long enough a week, is it? I mean, I go up here, I don't want to come back. Like, I just love Scotland. Probably this time going to start on the East Coast, and probably start in Edinburgh. I like Edinburgh. Do a day in Edinburgh. I like the history. You know, it's a lot to see. It's a lot to experience, and it's beautiful, right? It's nice. If you're on B Day, guys, get up here. Up East Coast, up the Highlands, probably going to go league routes and then down, and then back down the West Coast. I like to see the Isle of Mull. I've not been to the Isle of Mull, and the Isle of Skye then is like, it's a must. I love the Isle of Skye. When I went there last time, it was like 4 days. Oh, I loved it. I didn't get around to see everything. It's so much to see, so much to do, you know. So Isle of Skye will be a must, and to see more of the West Coast. And yeah, I don't know, like a week, I don't think a week's going to be enough. So 10 days, yeah, I'd probably go for 10 days. Right, grab some milk. That's what we're going to do. Food shop, well, not food shop, like your essentials. I did a food shop the other day, so I'm gonna have to get a shop up the road anyway. So like, I just gotta move on to the front cab, because I don't know if I mentioned a lot about it. It's not much to tell, to be honest. I'll put my cap on in a sec. Bought some new hiking boots. Shout out to Helly Hansen. Nice one, Helly Hansen. These are the boots. Flipping, you won't get lost in the mountain with them, will you, eh? And they go well with a trout, don't they? Can imagine it now. Look at that way. Big days. Yeah, massive shout out to Helly Hansen. Guys, if you're watching this, you're a bunch of legends. You tell. So like my shoes go there, my paddle board's back on. I bought it last year to go to Scotland, right? I didn't end up using it. I did end up using it. This time I will, right? I will get that paddle board out and have a go. Got one of these little pop-up chairs, like, or hop-up stools, whatever you want to call it, you know. So, nice and simple, happy days. I do need like a proper camping chair, like, but where am I gonna put it? And again then, I can just pick it up, stow it away, chuck it behind the paddle board, right? There we are, job done. I put the seatbelt on a paddle board because it does swing up. Oh, oops, excuse me. And then, way to go. I get the van serviced twice a year. I'm flipping, always regularly checking it. I did have the front tyres done last May, I think. They're slowly going, yeah, well, like any tyre, they don't. Nothing lasts forever, does it? But they're serving me well, right? I service the van twice a year. And you've got to look after these things. If you look after it, they'll look after you, right? I live in Bridgend, that's where I'm from. So I'm living van life in the Bridgend area, where I spent most of my days chilling out, relaxing, shooting some people. Yeah, you know the rest. But we've got bank holiday next week, Good Friday next weekend, and like I can't go to nowhere. I can't go hiking. It's gonna be flipping busy. Like I just like, where can I go around here to go off grid? So I might just head to Brecon, and I went to a little spot the other night, and I got a, I don't think I've mentioned this, come here guys. So basically, I've got a big side awning or poncho. I've got these railings here now where I can just attach off, right? I peg them to the ground. I'll probably have to get, I don't know, some sticks or something. And I'm gonna get some lights in there. I'm gonna have, like, I could turn the TV to the side. I can have a whole cinema outdoor experience, you know. It's a game changer, you know. It's like, it's endless what you can do. Since revamping the kitchen, I'm cooking. I'm doing a lot of cooking. I tell you what, I'm eating so much healthier. And like obviously the bed now, right? I'm sleeping a lot better. It was. I knew it needed to be done. It was one of them. I was a bit put off because I was going to do it over Christmas, and I just weren't too sure. Like, would I regret it? Things go wrong, and we had bad weather, so I was like, it was a bit of a struggle. So I waited it out, and the weather sort of turned. I'd done it in 3 weekends, and I pulled it out of the bag once again. Oh, it's decided to be sunny again now. We've had a flipping nice bit of weather recently, haven't we? I mean, it's been alright, isn't it? So I just wanted to take the time in this video to talk more about the BLUETTI and why I've chosen it, and obviously expenses on these products, and why they're good, and obviously, like I mentioned earlier, why a lot of people say, oh, it's expensive, and people laugh about it on Facebook. Like, it's like, get off. And these people haven't got them. People are asking me, is this going to be a long term of lifestyle? Yes, I like to think yes it is. I mean, eventually I'd like, you know, until a point where I can't live in a van when I'm old. I don't know, I'd like to live off grid, have a bit of land maybe. I mean, living in a van, you're going to be saving money. Later on in life, I like to settle on a bit of land and just live off the land, my own veg patch, and just enjoying life the way we should be living, not being kept, not being cornered, governed. I just like to live the self-efficiency, self-sustaining, and just low-key, you know. I keep myself to myself. I pick my rubbish up, and I just want a quiet life. That's all I want. So I think that sums up pretty much anything I wanted to talk about the van. Mainly just covering the AC200MAX BLUETTI. So the van is a Ford Custom 2015 short wheelbase. Doesn't even have aircon. I just open the windows, drive faster. It works. I think that sums it up anyway. It's probably something I missed. There's always something. This is why I do these additional videos. I've done a similar video like I'm doing on this one now. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. So I got to enjoy. That's my van. That's where I live. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to hit that notification button. Peace. Cheers, guys.